What is up, my tubers? We're back for some more drafting here on Arena. We got ourselves some lovely Brothers War. This is day one of the official release, so good stuff. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for tuning in. I had an internet outage all day today, so tried to stream, but it didn't work, so good thing I was able to get it up later and start recording these videos. So if the internet crashes, well, that's gonna suck, but bear with me here as we open up our pick one, pack one. We opened an Underground River for our rare and Ivory Tower for our flashback card. So nothing too exciting there. What are the good cards in this pack? Thopter Mechanic, probably the best. We've seen this one before. Just a solid 2-drop. You can't go wrong with this. Just so much value. Prison Sentence, great white removal spell. It's an arrest with Scry 2. And then a couple other cards in this pack, but easy Thopter Mechanic, pick one, pack one there for me. Into perhaps, oh, okay. Second pick, Queen Kayla is pretty fun. This card does a lot of stuff. Like 3 mana, 2/3, sure, not exciting, but 4 mana, discard your hand, then draw that many cards. Then of the cards you discarded, you can choose a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop artifact / creature and return them to the battlefield. So there's a lot of value in this card. Yeah, I think it's actually pretty darn good. What else do we have here? Lay Down Arms. This is like an okay white removal spell. You do need to be playing quite a few planes in your deck if you want this to do anything good. Let's see, another Prison Sentence here. Power Stone Fracture is great for the black removal side of things. I kind of like taking the second pick, Queen Kayla, and seeing if we can do some maybe... Well, I mean, we're just going to take the best card out of every pack for the first foreseeable future. So, take the Queen Kayla there. See if we can get some good stuff. Now, with this, of course, you do want to get majority 1-drops, 2-drops, 3-drops. So that you can get that extra value. But if you can, like, just get a decent number of those, it shouldn't be too hard. And even if you're just getting back, like, a 2-drop or a 3-drop, even if you're not getting a ton of value, like, often enough, you're not going to get a 1-drop, right? It's still really good. Balaji Dragon Engine's okay if we wanted to take that. Arbalest Engineers, a very good 3-drop. Does a lot of different things. Chromatic Star, always playable in your limited decks. What else do we have here? There's a Raise to the Ground. I had that one deck with like 4 or 5 Raise to the Ground, and then we played against some decks that didn't have any artifacts, and that was really awkward. There's a Tower Worker as part of the, I guess, the Urzatron creature set. Best card here, I think, is just the Arbalest, though. 3 mana, 3/3 if there's nothing to do, or you can ping a 1 toughness creature to finish it off, or making a Power Stone. Just all very good abilities. So I like that pick up there. What do we have for our 4th pick? Recruitment Officer. This is a good one. Just a very solid 1-drop. Could even be constructed playable, I would think, right? 1 mana, 2/1 that... You can mana sink it late in the game to potentially draw a creature. And the creature goes to your hand. And similarly to Queen Kayla, this wants creatures that cost 3 or less. So seems like a fantastic pickup. I'm sure there's a good deck for Levitating Statue. So remember, you always get counters on this, regardless of if it's a creature or not. It doesn't have to be animated to get the +1/+1 counters on it. And then, of course, depending on how many counters you have, it just turns into potentially a fat flyer. But yeah, let's go with the Recruitment Officer here. Into, what is this? Maybe an Ashnod's Harvester. There's a Disfigure in the pack. This does not look like a great pack here for us. So, might not be animating, or rather activating the Unearth of this card very frequently, but just as a 2 mana 3/1 that exiles cards from graveyard when it attacks. I don't think that's too bad. And maybe we pick up some of those mana fixing cards. I don't remember the name of them now, but they're 2 mana, draw a card, and then you can filter. Seems fine. Pick 6. We have ourselves Power Plant Worker. There's an Epic Confrontation. A Scrap Work Mutt. That's pretty good for like the aggressive creature deck, or the ones that... a creature for the Bin Krug here. I kind of like just taking the fight here. I mean, it's in green, which is a little bit awkward since we have a couple of white cards already, but we have the engineers too, and I think this is just the best card in the pack, so I don't think we want to take the mutt over the confrontation just because it keeps us in a better color position. Metamorph in the pack is kind of cute. This is a nice clone that you can play on 4 mana or on 9 mana. This is more for like the blue-green ramp decks for sure, where you can produce a lot of Power Stones. I'm almost kind of interested to take the coding here. I think every time I see the coding, it's just kind of good, right? And then you pick up any number of ways to destroy artifacts, and all of a sudden, I don't know. This is probably too cute. More cute than it is good, but I like doing that. This is the card I was talking about, the Energy Refractor. Probably just end up taking that here. I think Emergency Weld's pretty good. There's another Disfigure in this pack. Pristine Talisman, also pretty solid if you're going to go the more rampy style. I wonder. Kind of like green, white, red right now. But, yeah, maybe this Refractor's not worth taking. I don't know. I'm going to do it anyways. Wield the Sardian Cliff Stomper. I bet you could go like an almost mono red deck in this format. And actually, there's a lot of mono colored. You can probably go any mono color since there are so many artifacts to take. Why don't we do that? So it's a 2 mana 0/4 on the opponent's turn. And then if it's your turn and you have 4 or more mountains, it's minimum 4/4. Maybe. This is just the bad bounce effect. So you can rebuy Unearth stuff or ETBs. But it's only during your turn. Man, that's a late Power Stone Fracture Wheel. I don't know, we've seen a lot of Disfigures go around too. The nice thing about this format, again, is because your decks are often going to have so many artifacts, this looks like a weird start, and now I'm taking a black card, but I don't think that's actually all that bad. I'd rather find the correct lane than try to force something, you know? The Gigamole. Okay. So it's a 4 mana 2/3 that can potentially draw a creature, or a 4 mana 3/4. Or we can just take the Tower Worker, but it doesn't look like we're doing so much ramping, right? I guess Giant Growth is okay too, but that keeps us open to maybe the Graveyard theme deck. Which the Clay Revenant is like okay in, but not very exciting. I'd rather just take Growth there. You could say this is a little bit all over the place. A couple of black cards, a couple of white cards, a couple of green cards, and a blue card. Don't play this card in Limited. Even if you have a Keening Stone, you don't want to play that. That card is just good on its own, you know? Phyrexian Infiltrator. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent. I think red-black is, of course, the sacrifice deck. Sibling Rivalry. If we can end up with some of those sacrifice effects, these steel creature cards or steel artifact cards can be pretty funny. This is a mess right now. Don't get me wrong. But hopefully we can find the right stuff to make it less of a mess. Tacasia's Welcome. 3 mana. Whenever one or more creatures with mana value 3 or less enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This triggers only once each turn. Okay, well, the 3 and less theme is still going strong if we want to just take Tacasia's Welcome. That seems like a pretty good value card. Combat Thresher, fantastic win con, especially if you have ways to pump it up, right? Since it's always going to be a double striker, either a 3 mana 1/1 double strike or a 7 mana 3/3 double strike. Oh, it always draws a card too. Yeah, that card's just good. Okay. Skyfisher Spider, fantastic green-black. Self-mill strategy card. Just so much value here. Another Talisman. Remorse, another great removal spell for black. Let's just take the Welcome. I'm leaning towards the red-white stuff now. As we get, what is this? Maybe a Foundry Inspector? That's just a 3 mana 3/2 in our deck. That's nothing exciting. I mean, there's a 2 mana 1/3 Prowess. There's another Mutt. There's a Power Stone Engineer. I guess none of those cards are particularly exciting. Alright, well, I don't think blue's been very open. We first picked the mechanic, didn't we? And then didn't see much after that. I guess there's like Metamorph we saw in the previous pack, and now we're seeing it here, but looks like I'm probably going to lean towards the red-white would be my guess. Could always just take the Lauren's Escape. I hate this type of card, but hexproof and indestructible for 1 mana, you can't really beat that trick, right? Shoot down, fantastic removal too. Hell, maybe we just go 3-color, I don't know. Shoot down also has synergy with our liquid metal coating. Yeah, maybe we do that. Another Harvester here. There's a Swift Spear. Blanchwood Armor. Another Foundry Inspector. A couple of green cards like the Sprite. Rust Goliath is fine. I think I just want to take another Harvester here. Again, pretty awkward if I'm not running black, but still fine as a 2-mana 3/1 that has graveyard synergy, or eats the graveyard, I should say. Excavation Explosion's fantastic, right? 3 mana, 3 damage, and then make a Power Stone. I like that. There goes another Energy Refractor. There's a Levitating Statue. I'll find a Lauren's Escape eventually, I'm sure, so I don't think I need to take that very highly. I mean, if I get a bunch of shoot downs, then the liquid metal coating also gets value, but maybe for now the coating just resides in our sideboard. Oh, and if we're playing 3-color, I guess the Cliff Stomper's also pretty bad. No idea if this is good or not. Keeper of the Cadence. Man, this card just seems so bad to me. What's a good card here for us? There's a Power Stone Fracture again. Paratrooper has been surprising. It doesn't look like it does all that much, but it's a mana sink later on. And remember, you can pump using Power Stones for the ability, so you end up being able to activate the ability far more frequently than you would imagine initially anyways. Warplow, no. Another Keeper of the Cadence, gross. That's pretty bad. A lot of Skull Flares. Oh wait, no, not Skull Flares. A lot of black cards in general going around. I think this card's pretty good, right? 3 mana, 2/3, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, you put a 1/1 counter on it. So this is just a 3-drop that continuously gets bigger. Probably we're supposed to sit in black, but feels like that ship might have sailed, so I'm just going to take the 2-drop red creature here. Raise to the ground or disenchant. Fantastic. We'll take the disenchant, as it's instant speed and does the same thing. Yeah, a few more ways to blow up artifacts, and I will definitely run that liquid metal coating. Let's see, 3/1 for 3. When it dies, you make a 1/1 soldier versus taking the mutt. Guess this is slightly more value. Talisman on the wheel, probably not some. Man, another Skull Flare there, yeah. Feels like I should have been in black, and I'm ending up in some kind of bad Naya deck instead. I could have probably swapped here in pack 2, but now that I've opted not to, it's probably too late. I don't know, we'll see. Wield the mutt. That's fine. Five mana, 4/5. Death Touch lifelink on your turn if you've drawn an extra card. Caress is pretty solid, I think. Not that we're playing it. I guess we might run Sprite. Giant Growth. I already have a Giant Growth, don't I? Maybe we play. Creature gets +2/+0 for 3 mana. How many soldiers do I? I do have 5 soldiers, but that's very expensive. I don't know if that's actually good. I think we'd rather play like the flying equipment if we're going to play any equipment. Okay, I need some spicy white rare or spicy red rare, or maybe green rare to salvage this. That is a spicy black rare. Further cementing my regret in not playing black. 5 mana sorcery, what does this do? You get to choose 2. Make a creature larger and it gains lifelink until end of turn. Destroy each creature with power 2 or less. Return up to 2 creatures from your grave to your hand. Each opponent sacrifice a creature. Oh my god. Is it too late to move into black? I should have done this much earlier, of course. Yeah, it's probably... I mean... Ah, jeez. This is a messy draft. Alright, I'm gonna take it. Do as I say, not as I do. Can we salvage this in time? And what colors am I playing if I do? There's a disfigure here. There's a raise to the ground here. Another shoot down as well. I mean, I guess we'd want to try to go for green-black, as that has the most synergy. And just lose out on my... I lose so many cards. Is that even doable? Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Alright, we'll take the shoot down. Lauren, Disciple of History. When it enters... Oh, this is a good one too, man. Whenever this or another legendary enters the battlefield, return target artifact from your graveyard to your hand. But, I mean, we have a perfectly good, like, Overwhelming Remorse. Another one, that's fine. Each opponent loses 2 life. This ability costs 1 less to activate for... Yeah, it's another really good... Yeah, the black is just so open. Another shoot down here as well if I wanted. Okay. So green-black, I think, is what we're going to end up doing, which means how many playables am I at if I just cut all of these non-green-black cards? It's not going to be many playables. 14? Alright, we can make this work. Creature count is only 5 right now. Let's take the Butcher. I just need to take every good green and black card, and we should end up wheeling quite a few given how open it's been. In fact, what I should be doing is taking the green cards a little bit higher, because the black cards are probably going to end up wheeling again, right? 6 creatures, we definitely need to work on that. In a pinch, I can play like a random 2-mana 2-1. Another 2-mana 2-1 where I can't unearth it, doesn't seem good. Another Overwhelming Remorse. Okay, if nothing else, we're going to have a lot of removal. So that's a thing. Passing... Rust Goliath would be good. 2-mana 3-1 with Ward would be okay, honestly. Just playables in general. Ichor Wellspring. How many ways do I have to sacrifice an artifact? Otherwise, I should just take this Transmigrant Altar, right? We have, like, the Power Stone Fracture. Yeah, the Altar seems better. It's good with all the unearthed cards, too. Unearth a creature, and then you can sacrifice it after the fact. My guess is I'm probably going to have to throw the random mutt in the deck. 8 creatures, 19-ish playables. Yeah, I need to get like 4 creatures to finish out the deck. No more removal, because we have so much removal as it is. So just any green or black decent-sized creature, and... So the Burrowing Razormaw has more synergy, kind of. We're actually not a great self-mill deck because I didn't focus on it since the beginning, so I'd rather just take the Rust Goliath here. Okay, well, we're going to get the Burrowing Razormaw anyways, so that's fine. I would like to replace the Intervention with a creature as well. 10 creatures. Yeah, I need to get a few more creatures, certainly. There is no creature here. Frick. There is the Aeronaut's Wings. I mean, I guess I play the Wasteful Harvest. Mill 5, put a permanent from among them into your hand. Ugh, I guess. That does not seem good. I could always splash as well. Splash like Disenchant plus Tokasia's Welcome maybe could be okay. Creatures? Yeah, I probably need to play this. 5 mana, 4/4 pumpable. Alright. Yes, this is a really good card. I'm glad this came back around. So is the Gaia's Gift, by the way. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It gains Reach, Trample, Hexproof, and Indestructible. Like, why all of those words? Especially Hexproof and Indestructible. Okay, Trench Stalker. 5 mana, 4. I mean, I guess I don't have that many ways to draw an extra card, but sure, we'll take the Tumi. Yes! We just wanted creatures. And damn it, we got there. Okay. Creature count went up to 14. Wow, fantastic. 15 if I wanted to run that, which I don't think we do. So can cut the energy refractor here. Do we still want to run this liquid metal coating? It's only good with our double shoot down, so this is probably not good enough. We can just throw in like the random tower worker as an extra creature instead. That gets us to 15 creatures, surprisingly. Alright, well, I ended up with a playable deck, but not because I drafted well. The biggest thing we have going for this right now is the amount of removal. We have 2 fantastic Remorses. This card is nuts. Gix's Command, obviously great. 2 shoot downs, a Fracture, and an Epic Confrontation. So, removal quality might actually just carry this deck. My creature quality is not very high, but because of our good removal, we might get some wins here. So, like, I could honestly see this deck getting to 7 wins. Could also see it getting 2 wins, but I would lean towards positive win rate more than anything else. What do we need? I guess more black. We do have some black unearth activations, black activation. Okay. Okay. Pretty messy. Ended up with a good deck though. I knew the signal was there for black. I didn't jump in early, and then I ended up jumping in way late and still managing to get enough playables. So let's see if we can again make some gold out of this straw. We do have a couple of ways to sacrifice for the Gitaxian Gixian Infiltrator. We need to find removal, though. Sorry. Mana. Lands. And that's not good. Okay. Well, kept a 2-lander on the draw, bricked for 3 turns. Kinda sucks. Awkwardly, we still don't have anything to do with a 3rd land here. It's a 7 mana to draw 2 cards, so I am going to need to kill that eventually. Oh, because, yeah, they can start activating that next turn. They can start surveilling with that thing. Okay, let's play out the Ravenous Gigamold this turn. And do I want to return one of these to my hand? I don't think so. We'll just leave it as a 3/4. And then next turn I can Power Stone Fracture the 3rd Path Savant. Makes our Gigamole bigger. Yeah, see, I just need to kill that Savant before they draw too many cards off of it. Oh, that works as removal too, doesn't it? Hmm. I guess I'm gonna kill their Surveiller. And start bashing in. They have Pristine Talisman and Mind Worker, so they're gaining 2 life every turn cycle. Perkle Master Wizard. At the beginning of your end step, if you cast a non-creature spell this turn, reveal the top 5 cards you live for each card among them. So they can put an artifact in their hand if they hit one. Oh god, the spell bombs are chaining. That's bad. Perkle seems like a must kill. Oh, they can blow up lands too with the firebomb. That's kind of funny, since I'm missing land drops. Ooh, draw 5, discard 2. Okay. Well, this isn't going very well for us, is it? I mean, admittedly, we missed land drops, so I guess that shouldn't be too much of a surprise, but... They're totally gonna have all the Tron pieces, right? Still can't find a 5th land. Too unblockable. Back down to 20. They are digging so deep. All of these removal spells exile, to note. Discarded a bounce. Interesting. I'm not sure what's going to kill us, but it's going to be something fat and scary. I guess I'm going to start exiling their mine workers. Sure. They have so much mana. Do it. Blow up a land. Yeah, they did it. They blew up a swamp. Okay. My draws are pretty funny here, aren't they? Cannot find lands. 4, 5, 6. We've seen 6 lands in the top half of our deck. Alright, what do we got here? Hey, Wormy! And copy it! Nice. This isn't too bad for us if we could find a land, which we didn't. I guess I'm gonna main phase this, so they don't have more than 2 mana. Then if we find another land, we can exile the other one, so... Oh, are they gonna blow up another land? If they would blow up another land, I guess I just concede. Blow up my swamp, yeah. Just very unlucky. Missed too many land drops. Funny thing is, this is still kind of winnable if we find another land here. Because I still have a bunch of action in my hand. Draw a card, gain life to the num. Is that card good? I don't think that card is good. They only have 7 cards left in their deck, too. Yeah, take it. That doesn't matter. Come on, deck. Guess I'll discard this uncastable 6-drop, and holy crap, my land situation is insane. Are they actually going to sack that and draw a card? Okay. 5 cards left in deck. They must have one more at least win con. I can't block and trade that, otherwise they get all those tokens. I need just to hit my land. Ah, there it is. Keeper of the Cadence. I see. So, that's actually pretty good in their deck because they get to... they dig so deep. That's funny. Wow. Keeper actually really good in their deck. This is such a crazy game. We're, like... this feels like we would have won very, very easily had I hit my land drops, because they just didn't do anything, and I had the removal for their relevant cards. Yeah, but now we can't win. I've used most of my removal on my, I've used most of my removal already just to stabilize, yeah. Oh my gosh, unreal. Okay, well. Again, at least we exiled all their relevant worm coil tokens. $11, $12, $13. I mean, they get to put 4 cards back on the bottom, but there's like nothing even good there. They're gonna blow up all my lands. There's just three power or whatever they're called. Fire bombs on the bottom. Disenchant my firework or whatever it's called, yeah. Sure. Alright. Good enough. Their deck was cool, but I don't think we should have lost that had we drawn like a normal scenario. We got completely mana screwed. And obviously, they blew up some of my lands, but they only blew up my lands because we were drawing so poorly in the first place. Like, such a weird game. Well, here we go again. I guess I don't mulligan this on the play. We have 2/2 drops if we want to. We can play the War Plow as a 1/1 Death Toucher. This isn't good, is it? That is... okay. Don't think that card's very good. Protection from multicolored. If this was protection from monocolored, I could see it. But, yeah. Alright. I don't mind running out the War Plow as a 1/1 since we have the altar to upgrade it to a 3/3 later. Oh, do they have Exile? Artifact spell? I am running 17 lands in this deck, right? I think I am. I'm assuming they have a counter in their hand. So I think I'd rather get the 4/2 countered if they have it. Oh, maybe they don't. So I think the Butcher's more relevant and the Altar's pretty good when I have the Infiltrator. Although I might just end up sacking the Infiltrator itself. Okay. Well, another strange game. That, I'm sorry, my friend. I've got to shoot down. And we can just sit back on the butcher and start pinging them, too. Plus, we have a bunch more removal in the deck, so... This is how I expect my games to go if I'm gonna win, where we just play out our random creatures, and then we just have some removal. Five mana, 3/4 flyer. Oh, and this is what I'm talking about. Bad value creatures and removal. Good removal. That is a way to win Magic. Okay, we're on the board, and that's all that really matters, right? Being on the board? No. What matters for a new set is learning the interactions and the cards, and understanding what makes sense and what doesn't. For example, in the first match, that card that I said was bad, the 2/5 Cadence, whatever it's called. I still think it's bad, but the opponent had a lot of time because I was doing nothing. And so we saw a game where it was good, although I think that's going to be the exception and not the norm. 2 mana 3/1, and we have a 3 mana 1/4. That seems like a pretty good blocker here. 3 mana, 4/3 trample, players cannot gain life. I will see and match you with a 3 mana 4/2 that I will trade, if you offer. Should have actually auto-tapped to where I left a black open in case we randomly mill enough creatures and want to cast the Remorse this turn, but that doesn't seem likely. Oh, that exiles! I don't even get the value. Rude. Yeah, Obliterating Bolt is pretty good. Alright, now let's just play out our Spider, our 5 mana 3/5, and hope they don't have a disenchant. Actually, if they're attacking, what I'm going to do is just take the hit and assume they have like the +2/+0 first strike trample. Oh my god, I need to draw my shoot down for that thing. We have that in our draft. If they just... they're gonna outvalue me. Yeah, here we go. And I don't think they're gonna attack. Oh, they did. When I'm holding up this much mana, yep, they did have that card. I don't think they're supposed to attack there. It's too risky. But maybe they don't care when they have Welcome in their hand. Or on the battlefield, rather. Cast a creature, draw a card seems pretty good. Okay. Good. So we found a way to blow it up. Let's just attack with the 4/4 here. If they want to double block with 2/3 power creatures, I'm okay with that. If they want to chump, I'm also okay with that. Let's shoot down the Welcome, because I think that's the only way we can lose. We let that sit. Oh, if you want to read the power plant worker, it's one of the trio. The power plant, the mine, the tower. Blitz Automaton. 7 mana, 6/4 haste prototype. Easy double block here for me. A bit too many lands, perhaps. So we can go like this. That allows us to attack with both. Okay. And this tramples. Ooh, Key to the City, a nice retro card. They can make a creature unblockable. They can also turn excess garbage into spells later on. And we drew the nuts. All right. What are we doing with this? So, lifelink on the Pallbearer. Then I guess we're going to return... Oh no, we only have one creature return. And then make them sacrifice one of their rock hunters. And that should wrap it up. So 7 trample, 4 pumpable. I gain 7. They're at 4, which means our Butcher now kills them in 2 turns as well. Not to mention the Pallbearer just kills them if they don't do something here. Alright, GG's. Red-white aggro not looking so good right here. Positive record. I repeat, positive record. We did have to play against a worm coil. But other than that, it's been pretty smooth sailing. Oh man, again. It's a keeper. We just need to find one land here. Do I want to play out a 2-mana 1/1 Death Touch this turn? I think I do. So if you have reanimate effects, say you played the War Plow out as a 1/1 Death Touch, if you reanimate it, it comes back as the 5/4. OP with the Fauna Shaman reprint. I missed a land, sadly, but not the biggest deal. Oh, Fauna Shaman has to be insane in the green-black deck, right? So much graveyard value. That's really annoying. I think this card's pretty good. Yeah, there goes my Caress, and they get a Power Stone. Okay. Well. Once again, no land on our 3rd draw step. This has got to be one of the best green commons in the format. I don't think you want to pass this one too frequently. 3 mana, 3/2, ETB, make a Power Stone. That is just extremely good. Yep. 4 draws, no land, though. And before anybody's like, oh, this hand was too risky to keep. No, absolutely not. 2-land hand with 2 2-mana plays. Any 1 land unlocks effectively 4 mana for us. This is just, again, variance biting us in the butt. We have 15 chances at a land in the deck. We've had 15 chances for the last 4 draw steps, you know. We're shooting, like, I don't even, low percentage. I guess I just trade. Speaking of bad luck. Don't know why they didn't sack the star. They should have done that on their turn, because if they found a creature, they would have been able to cast it. The worst part about that Harvester is that my Remorse is gonna cost more when they start eating my creatures. So it's actually possible I should have traded with the Harvester instead of one of their other cards, but hey, we did it. They might kill this if they have a removal spell, given that what they know of my hand. They didn't even attack. What? Okay. I'm just gonna exile their Harvester then. If they're flooding out, we actually have a chance. What? Four, 5? Yeah, we can just start exiling everything. Are we gonna come back this game? is pretty hilarious if we do. But yeah, the opponent's starting to flood out. I still have 2 more removal spells in my hand. That's bad. That's a ward 4? Well, they can't block the sprite, so we might as well get attack in there. And then I can play out the 3-1 and then activate the Butcher. What is this? Argoth's Sanctum of Nature. That is very good. Sheesh. I chump. That makes my Overwhelming Remorse cost less. And we can ping them for 2 end of turn. I mean, we're still racing pretty well. God, I need 1 more land so I can Remorse their Suchi. Okay. The Trench Stalker pass. I think I just take 8 here. Oh, do they have sack an artifact card? No, maybe not. Oh, they had Corrupt in their hand to finish me off if I didn't block. Alright, good beats. Yeah, I mean... what can you say? We took way too much initial damage just because of the missed land drops, and then we stabilized, and then... yeah. That game might have been hard to win anyways after they drew the Argoth land, but... feels like both of the losses so far have just been to mana issues, so... let's not have any more mana issues, please. What is this hand? Other than bad. It's a mulligan. What is going... ah! I am gonna mulligan the 4th swamp to the bottom, I guess. Classic magics. I don't feel like we've played too many real games yet. Hey! We have green and black and up to 4 mana. We get to play a land for the first 4 turns. Incredible. No! Stupid boots. We do have ways to kill artifacts that aren't creatures. I think this might be one of the biggest stains in the format. If anything, they should have made it a rare, because Swiftfoot Boots is just so... it's just not fun to play against. I don't mind the tricks, you know, the 1 mana, the 2 mana tricks that give hexproof, sure. But cards like this that... just really, really not fun to play against. Oh, these are not maze, by the way. If you're the only one with cards in your graveyard, you have to exile your own cards. That's fine. I mean, they're not doing anything over there. I'm gonna play out the mole. The downside here is that if they play a creature and they're able to equip it, then I'm not gonna be able to remorse it. But I can't sit back forever and hope that they just, yeah. What is this? Titania, Voice of Gaia. 3/4 reach for 3. Whenever 1 or more land cards are put in your graveyard from anywhere, gain 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, there are 4 more land cards in your graveyard. Okay, so that's probably not going to happen. So I need to find my shoot down first for the booties, and then we can go from there. Though I wouldn't say we're in a terrible position. Also, if they ever play another creature, we'll at least have one target for removal, you know? Uh-oh. Black mana. I repeat, third color online. They have to have some kind of trick here, right? I think attacking with the Trench Stalker is actually a mistake, and what I want to do is just Power Plant Worker this turn. See if they pass again. And then all-out attack next turn. Oh, they forgot to gain a life with their Talisman. I think we're gonna unearth our Harvester and just smack. Yeah. Let's go. Have to exile my graveyard here, but I think this is the right play. Luckily, we can target the same card. So we leave our creature in the graveyard. Okay, here we go. What is it? Supply drop. That doesn't matter. They're still taking 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're still taking lethal on the surface. I just pass. And they have to do something. If they don't, they die. Okay. I'll take it. Booties are a lot less scary when your opponent's not doing anything. And we got to 3 wins! Woohoo! We cannot be lower than 50% win rate. But one more win for 1,400 gems back, that is the ideal. I think our deck could have been fantastic. If we go back and look at the draft, black was flowing. We would have, well, maybe we wouldn't want all the disfigures that we could have had, but there was the opportunity for like 4 different disfigures. But there, what I'm really losing out on, the 3 mana 2/3 that gets +1/+1 on your upkeep if you have creatures in your graveyard, for example. Another one of these hands, the things we do. I mean, this is keepable. I think. Oh, God. Doesn't even have any of my removal in it. But I'm on the draw. I have 3 lands and 2 2-drops that I can cast, so. It's a sad keep. Hello. Alright, that's good. Kind of. Or black sources, huh? One mana, 1/1 flyer that they can get a land or a creature with value 3 or less. Goblin Charbelcher, awesome. Kinda like trading here. Exile their Charbelcher from the graveyard while we're at it. And we'll play out our Tower Worker. Since we drew a forest here, if I draw another forest next turn, we can just run out our 3/5. Seems reasonable enough. Helm of the Host is in this? Oh my god. Alright, well I need to draw Shoot Down before they can get a creature and equip it. That's a... Okay, here we go. Removal. We're dead. We're so dead. I think I attack with all and see if they block here. I don't think they're going to, yeah. Alright, well, they're gonna get at least 1/4/4 off of the Helm of the Host. Shoot Down off the top, please. And we're dead. We have so much removal we could have drawn. We literally had like 7 removal spells we could have drawn, and it's too late now. Ay, ay, ay. Sure. Yeah, we had 2 shoot downs. We had 2 of the exile a creature we could have drawn on the first turn. We had, what else? The sack a creature, kill a creature card would have worked for a turn at least. We had the Gix's command, which would have killed their creature. I mean, yeah, good beats. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I feel like all of our losses, and I hate saying this because I sound salty. All of our losses, there wasn't much like skill involved. I didn't do anything. I either missed my land drops or we flooded out in that last game and the opponent played a rare we couldn't deal with. But that's Magic sometimes, you know? As I like to say, that's Magic, baby. You take the good with the bad. I'm glad we got at least 3 wins. These were our removal spells we could have drawn there. Confrontation would have worked too, since we had the 3-1 to Unearth in our graveyard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 7 removal spells that we could have had in the first like 13 draw steps, or 13 cards we saw. But, you know, at the end of the day, we probably deserved, I say we, but I probably deserved this record. Because if you recall the draft, I did not read the signals until well, I read the signals, I didn't listen. I jumped into the black way too late, whereas I could have had a very good black deck. And we ended up with like an okay deck as far as removal was concerned. Because you take a look at our removal quality and it's very, very high, but the creature quality just wasn't there because of the initial waffling at the beginning. So fun stuff. Thanks for watching. We got some more Brothers War coming up, so hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you back tomorrow for some more. Bye bye.